You may recognise this room from previous videos. This is one of Pernod's entresols. It is a room that sits between the ground floor and the first floor, and this was marked on the 18th century plans as the lackey's room. This room will have multi-purposes. It will be a winter snug that will be a place where we can retreat to, be warm, cosy, watch a movie, and then it will also double as a winter guest's room. This is one of the single rooms in the chateau where we can have a little bit of freedom and move away from the very strict 18th century heritage look and feel that we need to have in each of our rooms. But whilst this room is going to move away from that a little bit, it actually is still going to have our heritage wallpapers in here, so it's going to use one of the Pernod papers.
this is a really snug and cozy
I
space.
think Toof's taken it over. Look how much room she's taken on the couch.
And it may only be a small room, but spaces like this have a disproportionate psychological impact on us. We love the wins, the big wins, like putting the royal busts back on the roof or seeing the work being done on the facades. But a small space like this, it really has a really positive impact on our morale and on our mental well-being. Just having a space that we can retreat to in the depths of winter that's warm and comfortable, it's really important to us.
Yeah, and now also that we can have people stay during winter time, because our bedroom's on the first floor. Whilst we're in the process of installing the heating up there, it's not functioning yet, and so this is now a space where also we can have family and friends come and stay and visit us over the winter time, if that's what they'd like to do. But this room has really come together with thanks to our wonderful partners. So for removing the lime wash on the ceiling, we partnered with a company called Dumond, and they have a product called Smart Strip, which we use around the chateau a lot to safely remove lead paint. For our wonderful spotlights, our light switches, and our beautiful classic PowerPoints, we have partnered with a company called Corston, who we have partnered with on multiple rooms as well, and they have provided this beautiful lighting and electrical products, and we use a finish called antique brass, which I think just fits beautifully into the old bones of the chateau. For transforming this room into a winter bedroom, we have partnered with Yves Delorme, who have supplied that beautiful bed linen that we saw when the bed is actually made up. And we've chosen a colour called Fjord for the linen, which is that lovely green that just works so beautifully with the blue in this room. And then also the cushions are in a colour called Noisette. And finally, the beautiful blue in this room is a Farrow ball paint called Stiff Key Blue. We absolutely love it. And the reason that we chose this blue is it is the background colour of one of the Pernon papers in the Pernon Papers wallpaper collection with Farrow ball. The paper that we used is called Ashard, and the background colour is Stiff Key Blue, and the highlight colour of the motif is Dix Blue. And remember, this is a motif that we found here at the chateau. It's an 18th century motif, and it was the motif that inspired the entire wallpaper collection with Farrow ball. And so it is really beautiful to have that wallpaper in the chateau again. We've used it in a bathroom upstairs, and so this is the second time we've used it.
And on the original chateau plans, this room was marked as the room for the lackey. And it's an interesting word, lackey, because originally in French it meant a foot soldier. It came to mean a domestic servant, and it's now passed into English where it has the same meaning. So if you've ever wondered about the origins of the word lackey, that's where it came from. We call this space the snug, and it's a word that's a strange word in English. In Australian English, we don't use it. In an Irish or an English pub, it was often a small room where the regulars would drink and come to chat. And it was a space typically reserved for them because it was warm and comfortable. And it's come to mean, among some people, a space in a house, a small room, often with a fireplace or some other heating device, where you would retreat to in winter that was warm, comfortable and cosy. And that's exactly what we've created here.
It is. And we watched a film here for the first time a couple of nights ago, and that is the first time since we've been here for nearly 5 years that we've actually been able to have a space where we can watch a film, and all your books are finally out of their boxes as well, which is lovely.
Well, some of the books anyway.
Yeah.
There's more to unpack, but it's wonderful to see them there on the shelves.
Yeah. So remember, as always, if you would like to follow the restoration of Château Pernon more closely, we post an exclusive weekly video on Patreon and for our YouTube members. And this week, Tim explains the selection of the 4 prints that we made here for this room and why we chose those 4 prints. Otherwise, just hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and we'll keep you updated here.